All right. This game last night was fantastic, and we'll get into the preview for the Thunder and everything right in a sec. But I was watching this game, and I thought when Brandon Ingram hit that three, it was over. I mean, Herb Jones, you've done so good your first two seasons. You threw away the game. I don't know if you saw that play.
Wow.
Yeah, Herb Jones, inbound pass. I think they have a chance they're down three, basically. They're down three. Herb Jones has the ball to inbound. He overthrows CJ McCollum because he couldn't throw it deep, and it goes out of bounds, game over. But Josh Giddey, Josh, he was attacking, confidence, looking like the guy we know. Lou Dort, defense, 27 points, but Josh Giddey, triple-double, baby, almost. One rebound shot. Shea doing his thing. What's crazy is this team really ran like a five-man rotation with a little bit of Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and Dario Saric. And started with Dario Saric. I saw Dario Saric boxing out Jonas Valanciunas last night.
Yeah, man, that's Jonas's fatal flaw, I guess. Saric is good, though. Saric's a good player. I think we figured out Shea's a superstar last night. I think we also figured out Josh Giddey will at least be a star.
It's official. The Oklahoma City Thunder have ended their rebuild.
Yeah, I mean, when a team makes a plan, I think their rebuild is over.
So the Wizards' rebuild was over when they made the plan a few years ago?
The Wizards have never really rebuilt. So I think it's a little bit different, but yeah, man, and they don't even have Chet playing. I think Lou Dort's expendable.
I love Lou Dort, though,
but he's not like the best offensive player. But it's okay because he's got some great defense, and they'll make it. They'll be fine with him right now. Yeah, man, Shea's a superstar. Giddey's a star. Or at least next year they will be. I think the Thunder had like a 0.8% chance to make the playoffs at the start of the season or something.
Yeah, it's pretty
like that. I know they haven't technically made it yet, but they'll play in pretty much. They don't count it as the playoffs, but like it's like playoffs with an asterisk. Like it's good enough for a team like the Thunder.
Now, let's pivot over here. They're going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, as you guys know. I'm a fan of this squad. What is your thoughts so far? Can they win this, or is this going to be the T-Wolves? If anything, I was more confident that the Thunder was going to win this because you know what? The one strength the Timberwolves have over the Thunder that I could think of, and I'm a T-Wolves fan, is they're bigger.
Yeah.
The Thunder are better at everything. Thunder even have a deeper roster. Yeah. We don't even know if Rudy Gobert is going to play.
He's got to play.
He has to.
Yeah. I think, I love the Thunder, but I think, Pelicans are pretty small too. I don't think
Valanciunas. And Jackson Hayes. And Willie Hernan-Gomez.
But the team on the screen has Cat and Goofy Gobert. Those are better than those guys times together as well. I think, for example, they almost beat the Lakers, right? Well, the Lakers didn't play a great basketball game, but the Timberwolves turned it over 20-plus times, and they were without Gobert, and Anthony Edwards sucked. He sucked.
Anthony Edwards was horrible.
Anthony Edwards is not going to suck on Friday night. I don't think it happens. So, Minnesota's these guys are close, but I think Minnesota's I think they have the edge, and you do have to factor in OKC's riding high. They had a great season, whereas Minnesota expectations were probably a little bit too high for them in year one of the Gobert trade, and all the locker room stuff going on. Kyle Anderson, the team killer, is not helping their case. But I don't know, man. They just have those savvy vets. Mike Conley is going to have a good game, and
the way I see it now is Lou Dort's going to shut down. Lou Dort, Shea, and J-Dub are going to shut down Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, and either Torian Prince or Kyle Anderson. And then, yeah, I think Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns are going to be problems, but then I think the Thunder are going to play them off the floor. Why? Because Rudy Gobert's been exposed every time when a team goes space ball. Guess how this team can go space ball? J-Dub can play center, J-Will can play center, or they can even run Dario Saric center and have 5 out. Like, I think they're going to just play Rudy Gobert off the floor, how every other team has in the playoffs, and then they'll be able to contain I think they'll be able to contain Anthony Edwards and Mike Conley, or even Karl Anthony Towns, and just basically tell one guy to beat them. But the other thing is I think that the T-Wolves are a first half team, while I think the Thunder are a second half team.
Yeah.
Like every game I've seen, like not every game, the last couple games
love to blow it. Yeah.
Timberwolves start out hot, we do good, okay, and then we fall apart in crunch time. The Thunder, they kind of sometimes sputter, or sometimes just come out, they keep the game close, and then out the second half they start guns blazing. Yeah. So I think this team.
I think Minnesota's pretty. I think they're a little sneaky deep. I mean, if Helena does the same thing he did against the Lakers, Torian Prince is solid. I don't know, man. I think Cat still giving me 25 and 10, and I don't think Edwards drops below 30.
My problem is this is me being a Timberwolves fan. I'm just jaded by the Timberwolves. I can't trust them. That was my big thing.
Yeah.
When I made my predictions video, I said the Timberwolves should win this. They're huge in comparison. Like, they should be able to physically impose their will and basically just score at a highly efficient rate inside and win the rebounding battle. Which, if they do that, I think they'll easily win this game. If they just have Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert both have double-doubles and just tell everyone, just attack inside. But the Thunder have that, guard early, late, switch late defensive scheme. Again, like, on paper, this should be a win for the Timberwolves. Yes, I agree with that. But, like, my heart's telling me it's the Thunder because I can't. Like, the Timberwolves, as a Timberwolves fan, I've lost my faith on the season, especially with what happened in the last game or the game before the last game.
Yeah, I get it. I get it for sure. Shea can drop 44 tomorrow as well. And
it's okay, Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey will have a triple-double.
30-point triple-double.
Lou Dort, 27.
Catches fire.
Yeah.
Lou Dort gives you 20.
Like,
I agree with you. I'm still going with the Wolves, but certainly.
No, I completely going where, like, if we didn't have the season we had and, like, we made the play-in by surprise with this roster or something, I would be taking the Timberwolves because that's, like, what I think, but I just can't as a Timberwolves fan because of how I felt jaded about this season. We don't even know if Rudy Gobert is playing. They haven't mentioned it.
It might be better without Gobert, but the Wolves are on they've been on a downfall, or things aren't looking bright for them right now. Whereas the Thunder, it's like,
I don't even know.
15 picks in the next couple of years. Chet hasn't even played the second pick in the draft, and you just made the playoffs, or you just made the play-in, and you won the first game of the play-in. Like, things are riding high. OKC momentum is everything.
Active? Is Chet?
Yeah, dude, Chet got a little big.
No, but he's
not crazy big.
Dre, I agree. Oh,
is he active to play?
Yeah, because I looked.
No.
The reason I said on ESPN and on Google, when I searched it, and they had him listed on the, like, did not play.
Oh, he caught a DMP last night?
Yeah. So I didn't know if that was just by mistake, or they are having him on an active roster just getting dressed. They might be.
That's probably it, yeah.
They just have him getting dressed.
Yeah.
Oh, but
I don't. That's interesting.
I just noticed it. It was a small thing. It could have been like an error. Also,
yeah. They do. ESPN loves their errors, don't they?
They do make a lot of errors on there. But I just want to talk about this. What do you do with the Rudy Gobert situation on an actual real note?
Trade Kyle Anderson.
So the reason I say this is I think it was Chris Haynes or one the Athletic. They brought up a good point that supposedly it blew up in the locker room like after that, like the reason Rudy
Yeah,
Gobert got sent
some
home.
idiot in the organization leaked it.
Yeah, somewhere they don't know who,
Someone's creating a narrative.
but basically supposedly Kyle Anderson was like berating, saying that basically trying to fight Rudy Gobert in
Yeah.
the locker room.
Yeah.
And well, let me tell you, it got so bad that Tim Conley was called from the locker room to come down from the president's suite, and he had to run downstairs. And he basically walks into the room and he yells at Rudy Gobert and tells Rudy Gobert to go home.
I think it's so. I literally, this guy, and the COVID thing probably made all of this even more prevalent. I think it's so
Draymond Green
fucking dumb.
says that he personally he gained respect from Rudy Gobert out
I
of
did
this
too.
situation, but he also
lost-
said that supposedly Rudy Gobert around the league is, this is not me saying this, but known as a bitch. That
I
he's
see.
on
I
the
haven't
front-
heard
he's-
that at all.
Well, the
I don't-
narrative that's come out this season is that everyone thinks Rudy Gobert is ice cream soft serve.
It's so annoying because it's like everyone is taking their problems of Rudy Gobert being traded for 5 picks and a variety pack on Rudy Gobert as if Rudy Gobert is the one making these trades. Blame your idiot GM who thought that was the move you need to make.
So that's
Rudy
the next
Gobert-
question.
We know what Rudy Gobert is. Rudy Gobert has never been like here's Shaquille O'Neal. Rudy Gobert is not Shaquille O'Neal. But people come in with these expectations because of what he got traded for, thinking, I need him to be Shaquille O'Neal. He's a great defensive player. He's never been an offensive-minded guy. He'll maybe give you 10 some nights, but like Rudy Gobert is going to give you 8 points. He's going to give you probably 13 rebounds. 3 of those are going to be offense. He's going to give you a block and a half, maybe a steal. And Kyle Anderson, to me, is the idiot. It didn't even look like a punch to me. It looked like a shove, like, hey, get going. Like, let's get going here. Kyle Anderson, if you're in Coach Popovich's doghouse, you're on a red flag. You're circled in red pen. Why isn't he on the Memphis Grizzlies? Memphis Grizzlies, a young team that could use a veteran like Kyle Anderson, like they did last year.
Why isn't he back? But no,
why isn't he back?
The thing is I sit here because Tim Conley has ownership equity. That's how he became the president of basketball operation. They gave him, ownership equity. Tim Conley's tied to Rudy Gobert. If you're the Timberwolves, I've joked around about this, but like at this point, I would call up the Miami Heat and be like Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson straight up for Rudy Gobert.
Hell freaking no. I'd do that for Kyle Anderson. I don't get why. Okay.
Just get rid of his contract.
If we talked about this after the it happened, where it's like, if I'm being called a bitch. Dre, before you continue, I respect Rudy, but you have to understand, beginning of the season, Jackson can attest to this. I had so much hope and faith that we were going to build off of last season. Like, I had hope for the first time since Ricky Rubio came over for the Timberwolves to be like a top 14 in the East. Yeah, but we all knew it was a 2-year process. But I understand it for sure.
What was your final?
Way better than
I was about to say, he said Shea or Ja Morant. I say Shea because he's the more complete guy. I'm a big proponent. When I
win a championship with him,
I wouldn't. That's kind of being disrespectful to Ja. I think you can win with Ja. I think Ja needs to do a few things to get there. But with Shea, I'm a big proponent on two-way players. That's why, like right now, if I had to choose MVP, it's between Giannis and Jokic. I think Giannis might have it in my heart because Giannis best record in the NBA, complete player.
Did you just leave Joel Embiid off?
Fuck Joel. Yeah.
Nikola Jokic isn't even close to the MVP. It's so obviously Joel